you are my lucky charm. I hold you close in the night in my arms. And when we open our eyes, my worries fade away. 'Cause you gave me your heart in the light of day, in the light of day. And when we open our eyes, my worries fade away. 'Cause you gave me your heart in the light of day, in the light of day. You are my lucky charm. I hold you close in the night in my arms. And when we open our eyes, my worries fade away. 'Cause you gave me your heart in the light of day, in the light of day.
All right. What's good? What is good, everyone? Hello. Welcome to the live stream. My name is John. Today is Wednesday, the 13th of September, 2023. And it's super important, right? It's a good day because it was yesterday. Yesterday, I figured we had it. But I told you we had to wait until the numbers showed and the numbers reflected. Most of you should have got my email I sent earlier today. I know it was like a month since my last one. I'm sorry, I fell behind on it. So it is what it is. But what we have not fallen back on is the views on this channel. So just like the title says, guys, we got 100K. 100,000 views for the year of 2023, which also puts the lifetime at 200,000. Actually, so I think vidIQ might actually give me something tomorrow for that, but I think 100K for the year is more impressive than 200K for the lifetime because I was inactive for a long time. So, there's that. What's good, Willow? What's good, Tiago, Naruto, BG? Got a dentist appointment in 2, but I'll be here. Well, we're gonna do the award reveal here in just a second as well. I haven't unboxed it yet. It's Wednesday. I got it on Friday. I've had it almost a week. It's been killing me. Every time I look at it, I'm like, I should just open it and then just box back up again and tell them that I didn't open it. I've been like dying to do it, bro. It's like when you get somebody a birthday present like a month out and you're like, man, fuck, I want to hurry up and give it to them, That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Because I'm telling you, I have not seen it. I know what it looks like because I ordered the damn thing. It's a custom award. But everybody says it looks better in person than it does online. So I'm like, okay. We'll see. We'll see. But thanks, guys, for the congrats. I mean, it's our channel. So, you know, as a community, we hit 100,000 views for this year. You know, to be fair, if the math stays the same or gets slightly better, we actually might get 150K for the year. But, you know, it's not about that. You know, it's not about the views. It's about the impact, though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we are pretty active. I will tell you that. All right. As far as today goes, man, today is janky. Okay, if there was any day that was janky, it's definitely today. Earlier, I was looking for shorts, didn't really see it, and ended up creating small time frame equal highs, and then we dumped, and then now it's higher. I'm like, okay, now we have these highs just sitting up here. We also have this huge flag right there as well, so I don't know what to do. Probably just gonna wait. But I feel like if we trade lower, if we take these lows, depending on how we do that, we may end up being launched up here to 45.30. Maybe we'll do the 30s again, as mentioned yesterday. We'll see if we can get back to the 30s. If not, that might be left open for another time. So we'll have to see how it goes. But problem with that is Dow is, what is this? What is this? Low swept. I think this was no, this wasn't a high swept, but we traded higher, back down near the low of the day, back up near the high of the day, and then now we're in the middle of the range. So I don't know what to do with that. So there's Dow Jones for you. And then Nasdaq is near the high of the day, and it doesn't have the same highs that S&P has. So, you know, what are you going to do? The euro, I wanted to long. I did not, and I'm glad I didn't. But in all fairness, we do have, all right, I don't know what that line is, but what I was saying is there are some highs right there at 107.65. But when we traded, like, we traded down obviously for CPI, then we traded higher, and when we started retracing here, you'll notice that the British pound doesn't have as deep of a retracement. British pound is stronger than euro. So to me, it's like euro is probably not the one you want to long. And we spent a lot of time just within this range. So I would still have the 107.65 on your chart, but I'm not willing to long that right now, if that makes sense. What's good, Stephanie? Nikki, Vadu, Alex. So yeah. All right. So do y'all want to do the reveal here on YouTube or on Instagram? We'll start a poll. YouTube, Instagram. I'll let the chat decide. Unless it's 50-50. So I'll give you guys a minute to cast your votes, where your votes actually matter and are actually counted. So yeah, if there was one thing I would watch today, again, I could see a possible run. That's like a morning session low. These are all lunch lows here. So we could possibly, again, come below 45.18, sweep that, and then run to 45.30. That's what I would expect. But Again, just to clarify, today has been janky and I have not felt very in tune with today. So, you know, take that how you want. If I could do YouTube and Instagram, I would do both. I don't really have the setup to do that. But since we're here on YouTube, we might just do that. I just don't think you'll be able to see the box because I can't move my webcam. It stays right there. I'm not moving it. It's already, I mean, it's ghetto rigged anyway. I mean, it's on a stand. There's a fucking sock behind it because it's up against the wall. So I had to roll the sock up to get, it's a mess. So I'm not going to bother with it. It's hood. Literally, I can't move it. I'll just fuck it up. What, you do your Instagram live in your book account or your main one? Oh, I mean, if I did, it would be on my main one, not the book one. My main has 9,100. My book page barely has 200 followers. So it would be better to do it on my main account. Let's see if we can get a few more votes. We have 35, 36 people on here, 14 votes. Let's see if we can get 20 votes. That'll make it fair. A little bit more fair, at least. You know what's funny, Willow, is the dentist texted me today. They were like, it's been a while. I'm like, yeah, it has been a while. Every time I walk into your office, I'm paying hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. So, I mean, I don't mind it, but dude. You talk shit about my teeth, you make me bleed, and you send me on my way and slap me in the ass on the way out with a $3,000 bill. Like, dude, you think I want to do that? Like, come on. That's ridiculous. Painful and expensive. Yeah, dude. Dentists suck, man. I mean, my dentist is a good guy, but it's just if you think about how ridiculous that business model is, think about it. Like, pretend you're about to open up a dentist, right? And you go seek investors and you're like, hey, look, I want to open up an office, but it's not an office. We're going to bring people in and make them bleed, make them cry, tell them they're not flossing. We're going to sell them like $300 toothbrushes, $20, $30 toothpaste. And we're going to charge them thousands of dollars if they don't have any dental insurance. And if they have dental insurance, we're going to fight with them. Or sorry, insurance, right? I need money to do that. That's our business model. Hurt people and charge them money for it. That just doesn't sound shit, but they make a lot, dude. But anyway, what's funny, let me see if we can we're up to 16 votes. Let me see if we can get to 20. A couple weeks ago, I had a appointment scheduled for like a Thursday. And I was like, I'm not going in that appointment. Funny enough, a friend of mine on Wednesday, the day before, calls. And she's like, hey, I'm at the dentist office trying to schedule an appointment. And they said you had one for tomorrow, but you haven't confirmed your appointment. I said, I'm not going to that bitch ass appointment. I'm not going. She was like, oh, okay, well, can I take your spot for tomorrow? I said, gladly. Yes, you can have it. And I was on speakerphone with the dentist, and she was like, yeah, you almost had to pay $100 short notice cancellation fee. And I said, I would gladly pay that. I'm going to pay 10 times in that bitch if I walk in there. So that's fine. Shit, I'll pay $100 not to go. It's only 4 points on the S&P. To not go? Shit. I'll take it. And it looks like we're extending above those highs. Nasdaq slightly higher. Dow Jones. What the fuck? All right. So we'll see if we either trade above that or if we leave that here and then dump. I don't know. Okay. Literally, I do not know. If I had to say I would want to leave perfect, 45.29 is right now perfect equal highs, but that doesn't mean it's going to leave here. So we'll give it a few minutes. All right, it's still only 16 votes, 34 viewers, man. We got to get to 20 votes. Unless voting is member only. If that's the case, that's fucked up. If that's the case, that is fucked up. All right, 18 votes. There we go. We went 18 down to 17, back to 18. How do you take a vote off? How do you do that? If we got 20 votes, it wouldn't change the outcome, even if the remaining 4. Oh, thank you, Naruto, for that math. All right. I planned on doing it on Instagram, but you guys voted for YouTube, so I guess we'll do YouTube then. Well, all right. Let me take my phone off the case then. Give me 2 seconds so I can grab this box. Okay. I'll blow it up here in a minute. But I also want to watch price as well, just because we're doing shit over here. All right. Pull the chat up. Felix, welcome to tier 3. Welcome to tier 3. Glad to have you. Make sure you let me start recording on OBS as well. I want to post this later. Again, Felix, welcome to tier 3. Make sure on Discord, go to your Discord user settings, connections, and then sign into your YouTube. Once you do that, you sign in with the account you just signed up with, and as soon as you do that, you'll see the SMS Discord. It's a yellow sniper with a like forest background. You'll see it, and then you can join it. All right, so that's how you do that, by the way, whenever you guys sign up. All right. Box is so big, dude. All right, just want to make sure you guys can see. So there it is. Okay, so there's a lot of plastic wrap in here, but I'm pretty sure there's another box. Damn, this motherfucker is heavy, dude. All right, so here it is. This is a black box again in some bubble wrap. So I'm just gonna take that off. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. I don't know if you can hear it in here, but just give me a second while I open this. What's good, Andres? Damn, I feel like it's Christmas right now. Dude. This thing is heavy. Oh my God. All right. So here's the box that it came in. It's from Crown. All right. Dude. I'm excited. I'm excited. Gotta have no room in my desk either. Damn. All right. Good God, I don't want to drop it. I don't know if you guys can see it. Literally, I do not want to drop this thing. Let me put my glove on. Make sure I don't drop it. See that? So it basically says, presented to at John Fibonacci for passing 100,000 views, YouTube 2023. Man, I might need to turn the light on. What I'll do is, well, I'm definitely gonna post a picture. You guys know that, but I wanted you guys to be here for the reveal. So I guess it just sits on the bottom. I thought it was gonna come with like a bottom piece, but that's all right, dude. It's a 9-inch fucking big ass thing. It's got the YouTube logo on it. This thing looks fucking sick. Like literally, it's bigger than my iPhone. It's huge. That's what she said. But I don't even know where to put this. I mean, I guess I'll put it. I don't know. I got too many books too. I don't even know what to do or where to put it. Because I have a shelf. If you guys can't see that in the top left of the webcam where I'm pointing right here, that is a shelf on the wall. But I don't think this thing is gonna. If I put it up there, it's gonna fucking fall off the wall. But dude, and they were right. The internet was right. It looks better, way better in person. Let me put my gloves on. I should have ordered the smaller one, dude. That's what I should have did. Now I see why it was so expensive. Now I see why it costs how much it costs. But it's great. Here it is. Can you guys see that a little bit better? I mean, oh shit, dude, it's clear. Look at that. It's as big as my head, dude. See it? Crispy. Nice and crispy. All right, anyways. The S&P sitting here bullshitting. That's what it's doing. It's like it refuses to trade above that level. But all right. Anyway, so there's that. There is the reveal for the custom award. Now, we'll get one from YouTube when we get to 100,000 subscribers. Now that we are very behind on. We started this year at 3,800. I think right now we are at 6145, I think. Oh, 6137. I fucking lost some. 6137. So we're 6% of the way there. And if it took us 9 months to get 3,000, well, I guess in 20 years we'll get to 100,000. Feel like there's a lot more awards coming your way. No, I mean, again, this is a custom one. This one's not from YouTube. It's just a custom one that I had made specifically for 100,000 views. I was gonna try and wait for 150K by the end of the year, but I didn't know if we were gonna hit that goal or not. So I said, fuck it, we'll just do 100K. And so with that being said, we can do our giveaway on Friday. Yeah. And if you guys aren't signed up for the email, I don't know why not, but I did send out those details earlier today. We'll do it on Friday. I think I'm giving away like 6 things. A couple books, a bookshelf, I think a ring light, and a phone stand. Yeah. So there you go. There you go. Get a stand from a trophy store. Well, I mean, you figure if you buy an award, it should come with a stand. Like that should be included in the price, right? It's kind of like, let me tell you something, all right? Let me tell you some shit. You ready for this? So, and I probably shouldn't complain about this, but I'm going to because who cares, all right? But check this out. So, you guys know I spent 4 years in the Navy, right? And so they give you one of the benefits of that, if you leave the military with an honorable discharge, okay, you get benefits. One of them is to go to school for free. Actually, you get paid, all right? So like say for example, and I'll be 100% transparent with you. If I went back to school right now, okay, which I'm not going to do, but if I went back to school, right, I would make $1,800 a month just by going to school. Okay, they would cut me a check every month for about $1,800. So I could do that, but here's the problem I have with school, right? And I think they did this on purpose, but what happens is you sign up for a class and you have to pay for it, but I don't pay for it. That the bill actually gets sent off to the office of whoever the fuck to pay it. Okay. And then they pay it and that's a wrap. Now here's where a few guidelines come step in the way. Number one, if you fail the class, you got to pay the money back. All right, that's understandable. That's understandable. Otherwise, you could just sign up for classes, stay home, and get paid. So I get that. All right, there's an incentive. You have to pass the class. Understood. Understood. However, what colleges don't tell you is that you sign up, you get started, right? And in the first couple weeks, they go, okay, you got to get this book. You can't get the 9th version. You got to get the 10th version, right? And then on top of that, you got to pay. I'll never forget this dumb shit, dude. I had a professor, more than one professor, but I had one of them. He was like, you got to turn your homework into this website. And I'm like, all right, cool. No problem. I'll turn it in. This fucking website, bro, you had to pay for. I had to pay like an extra $100 just to turn homework in. I'm like, dude, so you want me to do homework without throwing up in my mouth, first of all. And then secondly, I had to pay $100 just to turn homework in. I said, dude, let me ask you a question, man. Why is this, if it's mandatory for the class, why is this not included in the price? Why? So you're telling me if I don't pay $99 in tax, right, to do my homework, I can't even get an A in the class because homework is 10% of your grade. I said, this is like a fucking video game. This is like Battlefield. This is like EA right now. You got to pay to play, pay to win type shit. In case you guys didn't know that, there's games out there, and gamers have an issue with this too, is you get a game, right? You pay for it, and then within the game, like in Battlefield, you have to unlock certain like classes and guns and shit, right? Or at the beginning, you could just pay extra money, 20, 25 bucks or some shit to unlock all the weapons. That's pay to play, or pay to win, sorry. Because you're paying money, you know, to get more like advanced weapons and shit. People don't like that. Just include whatever it is in, you know, in the price of the class. Don't tell me, hey, this is a $500 course with a $200 book and then a $100 homework sign up. Okay, so fuck the 500 bucks. Just say the class is $800 and leave it at that. Include all that stupid shit in the price of the course. I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong for thinking that? You let me know. Look how clean that is. 45.29, and then again, and then again. Then we came down to make lows. What a day. What a day. Men's school, and we don't have to pay for a canvas or Canva. Appreciate that, Stephanie and Andreas. What's good, Sean? They should include it all in one package, bro. So, you know, I get the check, whatever. It was like 17 and some change. This was like 5 years ago, 4 years ago. I get a check, you know, 1770 whatever or some shit like that. And then I had to get books for multiple classes and then homework for some classes as well. I'm like, dude, this money's going out as soon as it comes in. This is ridiculous. I remember one time, and then they gave me like 300 bucks for like a book stipend, right? Shit, I bought a fucking iPad. Bought an iPad with that shit. I said I'm not buying no bitch ass book. I bought an iPad. I have it to this day. It's right here. Shit. Think I'm gonna pay for books. I could get an iPad, find the books online, put them on there. Work smart, not hard. Know what I'm saying? I think that's in my book too. The first one. Work hard to become smart. So that way one day you may be smart enough not to work hard. And somebody did ask me about my second book. I don't know when it's gonna come out, dude. I gotta finish writing it. It's hard for me to decide how much is actually gonna go into it. And what's interesting is I found an app, not ChatGPT obviously, but like there are other AI programs, and one of them actually can write shit for you. I was messing around with that and it works pretty well, but I don't want to put that in my book either, because you're going to tell between what I say and then what an AI would say. But it is cool though. Matter of fact, I wrote a 115-page book in 2 days. I might put that out. I don't know. But if I do, I would let you know that it was like AI written. Matter of fact, that'll be our next question. What do you? Because like, look, I'll let you decide. I'll give you my answer in a minute, but I want to know what you guys think. Let's do another poll. Do you think people should sell books written by AI? Yes or no? I'll let you know my answer, but I want to know what you think. If somebody, like, because I did it, I have it. Okay? I may or may not release it, I don't know. But I wrote a book using AI in 2 days. 2 days. Over 100 pages. Okay? Well, about the size of Ryan Holiday. Okay? So if you saw a book and it looks interesting and it's on a topic that you like, and then in the description it says that, hey, this book was written, using AI. Because like, look, I'm sorry, but if I did that, I couldn't, number one, I couldn't put my name on it. You know what I mean? And if I did, I would like, that would be probably the biggest like bold letters in the description. It would be like, hey, this was written with AI. You see, the whole point, well, not the whole point, but one of the greatest points about books is that they've always been written by people. You know what I mean? Like their own language, their own interpretation of quotes or ideas, their own stories, right? Like the Holocaust survivors, people like James Stockdale, prisoner of war, fighter pilot, shit like that. And I like that, right? I want to hear from people who actually went through some shit. And I feel like a book that's written by AI is more so like, hey, instead of going to Google and doing your own research on X, here's 100 pages of research already done for you. Right, Steph. It needs to be disclosed that it was written by AI. Right. That's my point. Isn't the main thing you need to seek the knowledge and what the writer is trying to see or say? AI just enhances it. Here's the thing, because I'm still thinking about putting it out or not. But I think if I do put it out, especially for sale, then it's got to be hybrid. Meaning, okay, I wrote a book in 2 days, but I would have to go back and then, rewrite probably everything. Because AI, I'm not gonna lie to you, it can do some really cool shit. Because it'll do an entire outline. Like this one app, it does the whole outline and then it will write each chapter for you too. It's actually very interesting. Now the words are limited, so I had to keep making new accounts. I made like 5 accounts because the cap is like 8,000 words. And so I used up like 5 accounts. So I wrote like 30,000 words, 115 pages or 120 pages, something like that. All for free, by the way. I didn't pay for any of that. So, but anyway, what I was saying is I would have to put my own twist on it. Otherwise, you would see how consistent it is in terms of like introduction, body paragraphs, conclusion. And it would be very cookie cutter across the different chapters. And it would get, I think, a little bit stagnant because you would know what to expect after the first couple chapters. Versus like the one that I actually wrote myself, you would not have any clue because almost every chapter is entirely different. Like not just like the topic, but the actual just verbiage, length, flow, all of that. It's different for every chapter. So I wonder if you could do Kindle. Like maybe do it for free. Like maybe drop a free book. Like, hey, this is a book written by AI, but it's free. You know, do you think that's fair? Because I mean, technically, the question is, do you think people should sell books written by AI? So it's kind of like you let AI do the work, and then you reap the benefit. You know. My AI thinks for you content is not always valid. Well, so Stephanie, that's why I said it would be a hybrid, because number one is you'd have to take what AI says and then validate it. So you could find quotes or stories or articles that validate what it is that it's saying. And if not, you would have to trash it. So of course you'd have to have quotes and references. I have references too. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Don't go anywhere. I don't think this is it. Give me 1 second. Oh, this is it right here. I found it. Look. There it is. There it is. Oh shit, you can't see at the bottom. There's 215 pages, 30,907 words. Let me see if I can jump to the end. 84 references. 84 citations. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down to 80. I did this in 2 days. Now, granted, it was like 6 or 7 hours the first day, but look, these are all the references here. These are all the chapters. Actually, I added that at the end too. Books on wisdom, women of wisdom, life lessons from history's most inspiring female thinkers. What's this other shit? Practices for living in peace. This is all on, believe it or not, it's called Man's Search for Personal Development. Because I was like, that's a good idea for a fucking book. And then I wrote it. Forming healthy habits for life. Bunch of more shit. Defining your core values and what matters most. Whole bunch of stuff. Insights for deepening bonds and overcoming conflict. That's about navigating relationships. Bunch of more stuff. Achieve mental stillness through self-reflection. Bunch of stuff. Practical tools to strengthen your resolve. And there's a reason I'm going fast, because you know, I mean, you probably could sit here and pause the video and probably see it if you wanted to read it, but so yeah, man, this is what this book is about: vulnerability, resilience, self-reflection, relationships, values, habits, peace. And then I added like books on wisdom, and then even that chapter on women of wisdom. So there would be an additional 2 chapters here. And yeah, that's it right there. 215 pages. That's pretty cool though, right? So I don't know. Maybe I'll release it and then just make it like $2. You know what I mean? I feel like that's pretty fair. Or try and make it free. But I told you I'd give you my opinion. And yeah, my opinion is, if anything, it should be hybrid. It should not be 100% written by AI. Dude, Nasdaq still trading higher. All right. So we're getting... Oh, I thought it was already after 1 o'clock already. This low, I guess, might be left open. I'm not sure. 45.24. There's possible trailing stops there, but like I said at the beginning of the stream, today's price action, I've not been, I guess, entirely in tune. So I wanted to see if we would come down for the lows and then the highs. It said, nope, screw that. I'll just go for the highs. So they're very mixed. And I think there might be something in a final hour. But where price is right now, I wouldn't do anything with it right now. I mean, Jesus, look at these 1 hour candlesticks here. All the way down and then all the way back up again. And then that 9 o'clock candle all the way down and then all the way up for an up close. And then all these hours do the same shit. Trade lower, but then close higher. Like, all right. This is... I can't do anything with that. SPY, I think, filled that gap, I guess, yesterday. This morning, opening price drops down, takes Tuesday's low, and we've rallied as well. So, what can you do? What can you do? But anyway, let me finish up with the chat here. I don't think AI can transmit emotions through books like writers do. You might be able to, but I don't know how to do it. Like, there would have to be a way for you to tell the AI, like, write in a specific tone or manner, and I don't think the app that I used was able to do that. But I mean, it's very thorough, though. I mean, you saw what was in there. You know what I mean? Like, it's very thorough. 84 references, and that's literally that's the size of a Ryan Holiday book right there. Just to use those as free downloads or cheap content for sales funnels or blog sites to bring traffic rather than... Yeah, I agree, John. I agree, John. Make it like $1 or $2 if you can't make it for free, to have that content. And then at the end, or like maybe every once in a while, like every 75 pages or 50 pages, you could put like one page that, you know, has a QR code to your Instagram, or a QR code for like a mailing list or something. I could see that. Yeah, it included the... Okay, let me back up for a second. This is how I did it. Okay? Now I'm giving you some fucking secrets here, okay? Because if you take this information and you do it, I'm sure you could make money, you know, on Amazon or whatever. This is how I did it, okay? I'm giving you free sauce today. Well, I give you free sauce every day, but I'm saying, look, if you want to be a better writer, or if you want to like sell some sort of books or something, this is how I did it. Okay. Now the second part did cost money. I do have a... All right, well, I'll see you later. I do have I bought the year subscription to Grammarly. If you guys know what that is, that's an AI, but that's been around for a long time. That's like spell check, grammar, plagiarism detector, like structure, like all this stuff, right? So here's how I did it. I went into this app called Hypotenuse. And let me see. I think it's, yeah. It's app.hypotenuse.ai. Okay? It's called Hypotenuse. HYPO, hippo, and then TNUSE. Hypotenuse. Okay? Now that you punch in your information. Well, I mean, you sign up with an email. It's very easy. But then it's going to ask you it's going to generate titles. So it'll say, like, what do you want to write about? And then you say, all right, I want to write about the stock market. And then it'll generate titles like Master the Markets or, you know, some shit. And then you pick that. And then it goes into, okay, now what do you want to write about? And you could say, I want to write a book about the stock market and I don't know, whatever. Okay. Then it'll say, all right, give me a second. And then it'll come up with an outline and it'll talk about different things like maybe risk management, your strategy, what, like just default generic stuff, right? Now, here's the cool part is you can either go with what it tells you or you could punch in your own chapters. So I could say, okay, well, there's no chapters on psychology, so I'll punch in psychology. And then, you know, whatever. And then I'll go, okay, I'll go with that. Bam. It writes 8,000 words, because that's the cap unless you pay for it. But it'll write about 8,000 total, sorry. But for each individual chapter, it'll write around 3,000 words. Okay? So then, bam, there's 3,000 words right there. So then you can take that, copy and paste into Word, right? You can copy and paste into Grammarly because AI writes like fucked up sentences. Grammarly will fix that. So I would, and dude, this shit this is why it took 6 hours because I copied and pasted like 3/4 of the book into Grammarly. Okay. Maybe not 3/4, but I did it multiple times. And there was like 600, not mistakes, but there was like 600 corrections. It was like, this word's misspelled. There's no period here. You know, your quotations are straight or squiggly. They got, you know, you got to pick one or the other. It's inconsistent. Oh, this word's used too many times. Pick a different word. Right? So then I sat there and clicked through all that shit for like 2 hours, finally get it all nice, crispy, and clean. And then I said, okay, cool. Now we're done. I said, but wait a minute. We're not done. We need our references. So I go, okay, cool. I scroll down and I click plagiarism checker. And so it's like, all right, give me a second. Let's figure it out. And so then it'll go, okay. Like this is a quote. This is where it's from. This is a quote. This is where it's from. It does web searches. I don't think it didn't do too many book references, but it does reference like articles and stuff. So all you got to do is say, all right, here's what you need to reference. You copy it, and then you put the little asterisk next to it. Like, let me see if I can find one. The later one I didn't do. That's like generic information. The last chapter. Oh, like right here. That's the last one, I think. So you see how there's that it little reference right there? I don't know what you call that, but it it's telling you where the quote is from. That's all you got to do. That's all I did. As I said, okay, this is quote 84. 84 it is. There's 83. There's 82, right? Because it's talking about Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa was a Catholic nun who devoted her life to serving the poorest of the poor in India. Bam. Reference. 84 times. So that, again, that's why, I mean, yeah, 2 days is fast. This is a very fast turnaround, but I mean, we're talking 6 hours the first day of constant work and clicking and finding references. Because look, these are all pretty much going to be websites. And these are random fucking websites too. Like, yeah. Couldn't even tell you that. Storyboardthat.com. The fuck is that? ourgivenpurpose.com. fighterverses.com. Like, you know. But anyway, so that's that, okay? And that's how I did it. AI for outline and the chapters. Grammarly AI for spell check, verbiage, flow, right? Because you could tell it, like, do you want to be academic or do you want to be informal? Like, what do you want to be? And it'll kind of tailor the corrections, you know, to how you want it to. And that's that. So maybe you write emails, maybe you write blogs, maybe you write, I don't know, whatever. And that's how AI can help you out. So 60, so we got 28 votes, 60, 40. So a little bit more than half of you say that people should not sell books written by AI, but about 4 out of every 10 said yes. Interesting. That is very interesting. But yeah, so I guess that's my answer. Entirely by AI? No. Hybrid? Yes, but with a disclaimer. And it probably shouldn't be full price either. Like, it shouldn't be a $20 book, $25 book. Shouldn't be that. It should be like maybe either free or like $5 at the most. I think it was John C. earlier who said to use it for a funnel. I am in pretty alignment with that. Do you guys want me to release this one? Man's search for personal development? You think I should? That'll be our last question of the day. Let me end the poll and start one more. I mean, you can type in the chat, but I would rather have you vote. Should I release it? I mean, to be fair, I didn't want to write a boring ass book. Like, I don't know, aerodynamics or I don't know, there's something boring. But this stuff's actually like tranquility, peace of mind, you know, health and wellness. There's a lot of Stoic ideas in there as well. Like, it's actually something that I'd say, you know what, I'd probably fucking read this. Probably would. I guess I could. As long as you know, as long as I made it abundantly clear that it's AI, and I literally told you how I did it. So y'all don't be going around and starting a bunch of new shit, all right? You're like, last week I didn't even know how to read, and this week I'm an author. Oh, what? Excuse me? 1 o'clock. All right. I want to see probably what we do leading up to the last hour. Because if I'm going to take any type of short, there's got to be some clear evidence of distribution. This right here is a little bit too small of a setup, in my opinion. Like, because my default is like the mitigation, right? It's like my default. And I kind of like that as a setup, but this doesn't look entirely like distribution. I mean, the setup itself, right? I mean, it's got some highs, it cleared it, dropped lower, and it's back, into this up or down candle. And naturally, my eyes just go, okay, well, it's probably gonna hit that and trade lower. But that's why I'm flipping through time frames, is because I'm trying to see what else is here. Like, is there an imbalance somewhere? Is there anything there that would help signify that this would be a mitigation model? I mean, I guess you have this 5-minute up candle there. I mean, but that's not really enough. So, I mean, I'll let you decide, but I don't think this would be shortable enough for me, unless we were aiming for a much lower target. What do you guys think? Mitigation or not? I don't think it is. $14 votes. 93% says yes. 7% says I shouldn't release man's search for personal development. Very interesting. Yeah. One thing I would account here too is risk reward. If we short the mitigation, the high and these lows is pretty much a 1-to-1. But that's what it's looking like. Elon Musk has been working with human-like companions like that. Comfort and learning emotions are extremely lifelike. Big conference with other countries showing the functionality of human AI. Oh, there's your lows. There's your lows, my friends. I mean, realistically, that's only a 5-point move. That's only $250 right there. Maybe a little less, depending on where the entry's at. Well, there's the doo-doo ass Dow. There's no surprise. And small pullback. I mean, I don't know if I'd call that a sell-off, but there's definitely a pullback there on the Nasdaq. But well, I guess. I'm not gonna say I called this for a short because I didn't, but that's not bad. Swept the highs, dropped down, down candle, dumped for the lows. I guess that's not bad. All right, John, have a good one. and price didn't go down with conviction, not until not until right now. The last couple minutes it did. So here's the here's, I wouldn't say dilemma, but here's the thought process now. Well, Nasdaq made a higher high here. S&P did as well. What I would have wanted to see was not this. Like, one, not do that. Like S&P, sure, and then maybe Nasdaq lower. Oh, that would have been easy distribution. But since they both made higher highs, I'm not really convinced that it would be the high of the day to be shortable. I'm not really getting that vibe. But I guess, so the question now is, if we have made our high of the day, are we going to attack the AM session low, which is the only one here today? That's obvious. That to me becomes the question, is do we just retrace and then dump lower? And I think it's hard to tell. If oh, excuse me. Higher time frames, it's really hard to see what it's really reacting off of. So I don't know. You guys have any comments or concerns before we hop off here? I mean, that was a nice move, but that's just not enough to put risk on the table. And that, unfortunately, sometimes is how it is. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here in like 2 minutes. And I'm gonna post a picture on the gram of our award for 100K views. 100,000. That's a lot of views. But excuse me, sorry. What I will say is this too, that does include shorts. So that probably accounts for like 4,000 or 5,000 of those views. I can't stop yawning, man. This price action's putting me to sleep. Might need to take a nap, dude. For real. Fine. If I was short from here, I would want this imbalance to be respected if we had a longer target lower. We came to the lows, great. But again, the question is, do we just retrace and then dump, or is that just a stop run to go higher? And that I don't know. Like literally, I don't. And a lot of the times, when I see this, like say we come back and go, okay, well, what about this? Is this a mitigation? Because now it's, you know, high, low, higher, high, and then traded through that. The reason that I don't go with something like this, like I would screenshot this. Okay, just screenshot. And don't take any trades here. But I'm saying, like, if you take this screenshot, it looks as if it's a mitigation and imbalance overlap to go lower. But this formation here, when the lower low is part of lows like this, that's not enough for me. Because again, this could just be a stop run. It could clear those lows and then bump higher. And so for me, I wouldn't want to short this. But if I was already short, if we took partials here, great. If we didn't, I would probably be break even. Because this thing may not have created the high of the day yet. It could just continue higher for the rest of today. To just screw everyone else out of either side. Right? Because this morning was lower, then it went higher. Anyone chasing it, they got bodied going lower. Anyone who was long had stops here and here. That got cleared. And now it's just trading higher and higher. So days like today can be funky. All right. You know what I mean? Like, these aren't always the greatest days to trade. Sometimes CPI can do really great price action. And then sometimes it just does stuff like how it's doing. And I would rather just not. So I'll watch it. I'll definitely watch it, but I don't really feel all that great about taking a short here. I think I would just leave this alone. Okay? So with that being said, if there's no more questions, I will see you guys. What's today? Wednesday, right? Oh shit, I've almost forgot. Tonight, I am doing a in-person training. As long, fate permitting, right? Remind me either later tonight or Thursday. Remind me, and the PDF I will drop in our Discord. Okay? Because you guys aren't going to be there for the in-person training. But if you want the PDF that I'm going to use for tonight's training, I will post in the Discord. Okay? This is a 5-minute time frame, right? What I would do is probably take off that 2-minute and then leave the 5-minute here. I feel like that would be a little bit more worthy of watching. Like this. I would probably watch it from here. Okay? But yeah, y'all be good, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, no, today's Wednesday. Sorry. Thursday, we don't have any streams here. I'll see you Friday. Thursday's our next market review for tier 2 and up. Friday will be our next live stream here. Okay? So stay blessed. Always manage your risk. Okay? And don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Thanks again for 100,000 views. Couldn't have done it without each and every one of you on here watching. Shout out to all the members. Love you guys. See you Friday.
Make it work, make it work, make it 10 times. Don't you wanna jerk? Daddy's work, bitch, you got it hard.